Billionaire Jared Isaacman is set to be in talks with Trump over that top NASA job. You might remember he was nominated to be the head of NASA, but that nomination was pulled. Ed Ludlow from Bloomberg Tech has the exclusive. He joins us on site here at a Bloomberg Screen Time. This was really surprising to me.
It was a surprise. What we know from sources is that Jared Isaacman in recent weeks has been meeting with the president and other government officials, and that the discussion has centered around a pathway for Jared Isaacman to be re-nominated to lead NASA. You'll remember he had been nominated, but the administration canceled or terminated that nomination in May. At the time, the president and the White House talked about how it was his historic ties to the Democratic Party that were behind it. But you'll remember we reported quite deeply that actually it had something to do with Jared's association with Elon Musk at a time when Musk had a fractious relationship with the White House. So this is ongoing. You know, we know from a White House official the president's made no decision. He's thinking about it. It could change, but they are talking, and my understanding is they'll continue to talk.
Before we got going, I think we were all thinking, wait, is this also, though, something bigger, broader in that Elon repairing his relationship with the White House, or is this Jared repairing whatever went on before?
Do you guys remember I came on the show a few weeks ago when the president hosted that dinner with different technology CEOs? Jared Isaacman was present. And Tim, you asked me, was Isaacman, who was there as Elon Musk's proxy, as had been reported in some of the media? So apparently somebody there was there on Elon's behalf. My understanding is no. Jared Isaacman was not there at that dinner as Elon Musk's proxy. He was there of his own accord. For whatever reason, the president invited him. But this is very recent. What's happening right now, the meetings between Jared Isaacman and the president of the United States, they're ongoing. He's meeting with other government officials. And right now, Sean Duffy, the transport sec, is a temporary leader of NASA. But at the time when the nomination was canceled, like loads of people across industry and government, you know, held Jared Isaacman in very high regard as somebody very qualified to lead the agency.
Let's talk a little bit about that, because there has been criticism oftentimes coming from the Democratic Party about many of the president's picks for his cabinet. People who the Democrats argue, and also people sometimes in positions of science or academia argue are not appropriate picks. It wasn't so with Jared Isaacman.
You know, I don't cover politics. I don't cover the White House. I know that I try my best to break these stories, but the thing about Jared Isaacman is that he was a private citizen astronaut, right? He'd been to space more than once in projects with SpaceX that he'd funded himself. In the nomination process for the initial nomination, he had recused himself of his ties to SpaceX and sold out of any financial conflicts, as is normal in that case. But people basically said he gets the technology, he knows the players in industry, he is not a legacy politician, he is a successful entrepreneur. That was the direction that the space industry was going. There was some debate about, well, is Jared Isaacman's philosophy aligned with the president and NASA's in that, are we going to the moon or are we going to Mars, as Elon Musk wants to? But basically, he was seen as highly competent. That's the point.